I prepared some questions for you, but before we get into the questions, can you tell me what you do in Wakagate and after Waka? What are some of your duties?
Well, my role in the free Waka and the Waka Gate is a totally technical side.
Mm-hmm.
My roles and responsibility as to give a best technical solution to the Afriwaka and Waka Gate and give the Afriwaka and Waka Gate visitors who are using this platform give the best feasible solution to easily operate this system and make the purchase of whatever they want. So make the technically things all the will be work smoothly and run smoothly. This is my role in the Waka Gate and the Afriwaka project.
Okay, that's wonderful. So what are some of the technical method Wakagate uses that benefits their customers better than their competitors?
Well, then Afriwaka and the Waka Gate, these in the two projects that is as per in the technical side, if I say anyone the customer or visitor what they want. First, we have to take the information of their customer, gather the requirement of the customer, what they want. Like suppose in the technical side, if someone visits then wakagate.com, our first goal is to give technically a feasible solution to the our visitor. The customer should not be confused to our interface. Our interface must be a design something like that which is very easy and step-by-step guide to the our visitor what to do next. Suppose if someone visited the home page, in the home page we have to give some brief introduction of the Wakagate project, and after that there is a everywhere we have to plan as per our plan. We have to put one call to action button where this call to action buttons will give the next direction what to do the next. If you put one video in our home page, in the below that after seeing the video what to do, we have to put one call to action button. By clicking that button, that customer our prospect visited to the product detail page. In that there is a add to cart button, and the product can be added in the cart and the checkout and the checkout process and the payment process. Everything we have to plan properly to our funnel. So that our main agenda is to give a complete and a feasible solution to our visitors and use smoothly a platform Wakagate and purchase their to fulfill their needs as per their needs. Whatever they want, they can purchase on them.
You mentioned that you move regarding the customer's needs, and Wakagate has a global audience. So, what do you use? What methods do you use to collect data on the needs of the global customer?
I'll say that it all depends on the product. There is and marketing strategy. So based on their product and their every product has their potential market in the world. If if you are selling, say for example, if you are selling the shoes, okay, men's shoes. So there are people, most huge market, the people from the age 20 to 40, they are a more potential customer for that particular product. Likewise, every product has their particular market. So while we are planning, we have to our strategy is different from product to product base. And what we planning for the what we plan for the shoes and accessories product, we have a different plan for the fitness product, because the fitness product has a different set of categories and different set of targeting audience. Like that, for each and every product, we plan differently, and we run the campaign, and for advertising, we gather we collect the data. We see what we do. We advertising in the most of the social media networks like Facebook, Twitter, and even we can run the ads in the Google search engine also. Google ads, there are famous ads are there. The Google ad display ads are there. Different kinds of advertising strategies are there. So through that, our main agenda is to come a valid traffic to our website, and after coming the website, our platform should be designed something like that, to something very easy platform and very customer free platform. From that and from that instance, our goal is to be achieved. That is, at the end, our goal is to make the purchase. The customer whoever visit our website, our main goal is to make the purchase. So as per our funnel, we run our campaign.
So you collect data for each separate product rather than categories.
No, it's a category only, not only a product. If I say the product name, it means what is the category only. Category. There are each category we target. Based on the category, we target them target the particular audience.
So when someone signs up for Workagate and share their personal information, what happens to these personal information, and what kind of technical cautions does Workagate take to protect their customers?
See, as per a technical perspective, for securing the data of the customer, our website has to secure in a private server. Okay, in a private server, and we should ensure our visitors that we have to protect your privacy. For that, our privacy policy must be crystal and clear. If you have confusion privacy policy, no one can trust on our website. Our privacy policy matters more. And the countries like in European countries, and the people are more aware of the privacy policy. But in the countries like in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and all these countries, these people don't bother about such much, like they don't bother about these kind of things. But at the countries in the European countries and American countries, the North America, the people are very worried about their privacy policy, and everyone should be read the privacy policy. You know what? So as per the privacy, we had to must write the crystal and clear privacy policy. After that, how we secure the data? This, the first thing, we have to maintain our private server, and the second thing, we should install SSL certification to our website. And we had mentioned in our website also, we have to secure encrypted data. Suppose someone write their email address, phone number, their personal name, everything in our web checkout page. You know what? That data should be encrypted to them in the code, and that is decrypted. And there is a huge process that encryption and decryption, end-to-end encryption and decryption should be there in our website, and we should ensure our visitor your data will be in secure hands. So that for that we need to install the SSL certification. We need to use the private server. These two things are major things which can secure our customers' data.
It's very wonderful. I believe you put it very clearly.
Okay.
Other than Workagate, you also work as the technical team's head in AfriWorker. Before I go on to the AfriWorker questions, I want to ask you, till this day, people still use manual methods for agricultural trade, and we have involved technology into this. What kind of benefits do you believe that this has in the agricultural business?
Well, in the agriculture, see, now world becomes the global village. Hope you also believe in this one. Because what happened in the previous days, if we said an agriculture, the agriculture market will be very small. If one farmer grows something from their farm, they say they are bound to sell that product to the only local traders. Now, due to this technology, this much of improvement of technology and the e-commerce improvement, so we have a different kinds of a method. We can give a direct platform to our farmers to sell their product in our platform. And one more thing, there are two people. You know what? One who grow the agriculture product is the farmer. Okay. Now he want to sell a product in the market. He has only one option to sell in the local traders, right? It's in the traditional way. If to the AfriWorker, if you provide direct platform to the farmers to sell their products entire world, so it is a much benefit for our farmer, and meanwhile AfriWorker too. You know what? There is no measurement directly from the farmers to the consumer. So how we do that one? How we do that one? Now the next question. See, there are the two things. There are two things as per my plan. There is a one kind which is a B2B business, like the business to business. Most of things we are doing that one only. In the Afriwaka is a B2B platform, because B2C is in the agriculture. I am thinking it is very hard to manage. Sorry, it is very hard to manage. So B2B, okay, fine. Now the thing is that how we do that one. See, there are many ways to provide the. There are many traders and the sellers are in the entire world. They want to purchase directly from the weavers. So for that, we have the Afriwaka should be connected for traders that of the entire world to the farmers of the African farmers and any world, any kind of farmers. Now the Afriwaka is basically focused on the Africa. So African farmers to the entire world, we connect through the Afriwaka.
Okay, so you mentioned that Afriwaka has a big B2B potential. So, and we already know that it has a huge database of suppliers and buyers. How does Afriwaka collect this database, and how trustworthy is this database?
Pardon? You can ask me.
Afriwaka has a database of suppliers and buyers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
how does Afriwaka collect these database, and how trustworthy is it? How does Afriwaka protect their rights while including them into their database?
I think you are asking about that Afriwaka already has a customer data and all. And how you collect more data, more data of the more customer. So look at this. Yeah. So in that case, we have a different methods in the advertising side. See, you are asking some questions regarding a technical side and some questions to the advertising side. The both are a different field and study. And now there's the point is how you collect the data from that. See, collecting a genuine lead, connecting a valid lead is a complete process. In a bit of time, I will explain the thing. There are two methods in general, we say. One is an organic method. In that organic method, what we do very, very simply. We just go to the internet. We go to the direct, go to the our potential prospect Facebook page. Like we thought that ABC, there is a one company ABC. They may most probably become our customer in future. So what we do, we go to their Facebook page, their Twitter page, their LinkedIn page, and collect his data. If they have a website, we go to visit their website. We collect their information, the basic information like email address, phone number, and all those. We make one Excel sheet and we directly send the mail. And this is the Afriwaka company, and we are introducing the Afriwaka company, something like that. And we are dealing this kind of a business. If you are interested, please revert back to this mail. This is called a direct marketing. This is called a direct marketing. And another one thing is suppose if you have a data of 200, 300, 400, a genuine client, okay? If this data, if you provide to the Facebook, what the Facebook do? Facebook has millions of their Facebook users behavior data, and based on that email address, Facebook knows who they are. Suppose Zara, Ms. Zara, you have your personal Facebook account, okay? How you create your Facebook account? Through your phone number or else through your email address. There is an option, okay? Now I want what Ms. Zaida like, what Ms. Zaida follow, same kinds of people. So many people are there in the world, okay? Suppose Ms. Zaida like Indian movies. There are many people that like Indian movies. So Facebook has data of everyone. So what I told, I give the email address of Ms. Zaida to the Facebook. See, this is my data. Okay. Based on that, collect the data, similar data from your database. So Facebook, just in 30-40 minutes, Facebook collect millions of the lookalike audience and make one pack and give to this. Look at this. This is the data what you given us, and this is the same data which matches in our database. Look at it. And based on that, if you run the campaigns on the lookalike audience, your returns become a 10x higher. Then, as per my personal experience, 10x higher. If you spend a $10 in that, you return back, you got the $100 sales. It is my personal experience. The lookalike works very well. This is the one kind of a collecting the data. And apart from that, at direct marketing, what I told you earlier, directly we have to send the mail and we have to approach them. In the B2B, see, in a B2B and a B2C, one simple difference I would like to explain here. Look at in a B2C, marketing team should be a very active. If in a B2C business, a marketing team must be very active. Must be very active. But if it comes to the B2B, a sales team must be very active. Why I am telling this one? See, in a B2C, what happened? We had to run the advertising in a market of lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, 13 lakh, 15 lakh, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people. You know what? We don't know who are our prospect customers in a B2C format. Okay, but it comes to the B2B, there is a very shorted market. There we know that one. These kind of people will purchase this kind of the wholesale people, wholesale buyers are very small. So in a sales team should be go to the approach them, they send the mail, approach them. The sales team should be it must be very active in the B2B format. So this is the kind of a business and the business format like that only. I firmly believe if you want to a successful B2B market, a sales team should be must be active. You know, they must be active rather than the advertising team.
Thank you for answering all of my questions very clearly, and even answering the ones I didn't ask. I think you very elaborately answered my questions, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Zara. Hope I do my best.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.